Hi guys, the Fab-all and Tinto's down. Today we're going to be making a copycat recipe of KFC's Nashville Hot. And I can't wait to get started. So this is some of the things that we're going to need. These are our spices to do our little marinade of our chicken. We're just going to use some chicken tenders, 1 pound of chicken tenders. So we're going to mix up our seasonings so that we can use them later on. So these are the ones we're going to need, and the link will be in the description. I'm going to put the recipe in the description, yeah? Okay, so we're gonna just mix all of our spices together. This is gonna be for our rub, and we're gonna use this throughout the recipe of our Nashville hot chicken. So we're gonna get it all mixed up, and we're not gonna use all of this for this recipe, but we're gonna already have our spices mixed up so we can use them in other recipes as well. So if you want to do that, or you can use less, and depending on how much chicken you're making. Okay, and so what we're using 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of paprika, actually smoked paprika, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons chili powder, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, more or less, 1 tablespoon of oregano, which we'll add later. One tablespoon of basil, dried basil, and 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper. Okay, so now we're going to marinate our chicken. We're going to use some buttermilk. We need 1 cup of buttermilk and a little bit of our dry rub, our spice rub that we mixed up. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of that to kind of mix in there. And we're going to use 2 bay leaves. And we're going to put it covered. We're going to make sure our chicken is covered. We're going to put it in the refrigerator. We're going to let it marinate for at least an hour and a half. I'm just adding a dash of hot sauce. It's optional at this point for this part of the recipe. Okay, we're just mixing it up to make sure all of our chicken and our gets seasoned evenly and is evenly coated. Okay, so I forgot to add a little oregano before I started our marinating. So we're going to add some oregano. And since our bay leaves were a little bit small, I'm going to add 3. You can add 2 to 3. But since they're a little bit small, so I'm going to add a little bit extra. Okay, so now I'm going to add 2 cups of flour to make our dry batter here, and add 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and we're going to add some of our spice rub that we already made earlier. I'm just adding a little bit of salt to taste. You can add as much as you like, or you can just not even add any at this point right here. But I just like add a little bit extra, or just a little bit. We're gonna add the liquid that is from our marinade of our chicken into a dish so that we can add our other ingredients, since we have a lot of flavor in there. So when we're making our wet batter, we can just keep that and add to it. So you can add a cup of buttermilk, or half a cup depending on how much chicken you have. Here I added a cup. It was more than I needed. It was more than enough. And we're going to add 2 eggs, and we're just going to mix them into it. Okay, so we're just going to mix it up. Okay, so we're just going to first dredge it into our flour mixture, and then we're going to dredge it into our wet batter, dip it into our wet batter, and once again dip it until you get it. If you want to double coat, you can. I prefer to do that, make it more crispy. Okay, so we're gonna make this our Nashville hot sauce. So we're using 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, which I'm gonna eventually have to add 2 more because I felt that the sauce wasn't thick enough. So it's gonna be 4 total tablespoons of brown sugar. Okay, you're gonna add 1 to 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, depending on how hot you want it. I like it spicy, so added quite a bit. And then we're gonna add some smoked paprika, like 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and a half a cup of melted butter, and kind of I think I added 1 tablespoon of hot sauce, or as much as you like to make it hot and spicy. Okay, we're just gonna whisk it up to mix up our sauce, and our butter wasn't melted all the way, so we're gonna just keep whisking it until it's completely mixed together, so we can dip our chicken into it. Oh, by the way, we already have our chicken frying, and we'll be ready when the sauce is. Okay, y'all, there you have it. That sauce is a kicking little sauce now. I like that flavor. But this is when I had to add the extra brown sugar because it was a little weak. Okay, so we're gonna pour our sauce over the chicken and kind of try to get as much coating as we can. And there you have it. The sauce is done, the chicken's done. And let me tell you, the pickles really add to the flavor of this chicken, and it was so good, and I loved it. I want you all to stay blessed. I will be back with more cooking videos. See you soon. Love you all. Fab-all and 10 toes down. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon.